Well, it was a long inning, obviously. We know that there's an explosive big inning type of offense, and that played out. Trying to stay right-handed because of that lineup and use the big part of the field. They were able to fight off a number of good pitchers' pitches, and then didn't miss any time we made a located pitch on the plate. Couldn't slow them down until the final 9-run tally.
John, how do you keep this from spiraling the last 3 games in Baltimore and then tonight?
Just come out and execute in all phases of the game. It'll start with Clay Buchholz tomorrow, stabilizing the game for us. We came out and swung the bats extremely well. The last inning we played here against Oakland, we come back and open things up with 5 in the first. It's to come back here, put tonight behind us, and establish firsts. And ideally, that score first, get the first out of each inning to keep it in a more tangible, controlled sense.
John, how difficult has it become to put it behind you with 7-8-1 lead?
We're well aware of where we were with an 8-1 lead. This is our job. Games like this do happen. They can happen. Obviously, it has, and it's up to us to come in here ready to play tomorrow.
John, any update on Mookie Betts?
Yeah, he's got a contusion. Obviously, the impact of the wall, and then also when he landed, there was a little bit of a twisting effect where he's got a sprain in the back. X-rays were negative. He's a little sore right now.
John,
No.
Is there anything in his face?
Yeah, I mean, he scratched just below his bottom lip. Did not have any concussion symptoms. All those tests were done here at the ballpark. He took quite an impact, obviously, but the facial abrasions, those are very minor. It was tightening up with each stride he was taking.
You obviously know, obviously both Sandoval and Napoli have strong defensive track records. Seeing those balls that kind of got past the place that weren't executed, how surprising was that?
When the ball goes off the bat in the area of and in the direction of both guys, you have the confidence that those plays are going to be made. I can't say it was a short hop or there was some hops that got away from them. We didn't field them cleanly. So unfortunately, they build inside of that 9-run inning, and the prep routine, the work is consistent. Yet it still comes down to how we execute inside an inning. Unfortunately, they didn't factor into any outs in that inning.
A little bit more broadly, Sandoval's defense has come under some scrutiny. How easy to play through bases?
I think we all expected, or the better way to answer it would be, didn't anticipate some of the misdirection on on the plays, particularly the backhand. This is still about Pablo and the work he puts in, which he does consistently, and yet still trying to get a rhythm over there for him to field a number of different balls, whether it's the short backhand, whether it's the long hop to the forehand. That's all part of his work routine.
A couple weeks ago, it looked like Napoli was coming at it. What have you seen as that bats?
Not in a confident place. I think that probably goes without saying. The swing path is consistent. Timing is not.
John, what are you seeing with Tazawa against the Blue Jays? Obviously, this happened in the past too.
Yeah, I think they're a confident group against him. They've had success against him. One of the few teams that has, and yet Taz is the guy we go to in the highest leverage innings. And there's some fastballs out over the plate that they rush to the spot to get there. And it was early today. Even when he located down and away, they fought some pitches off to get to a fastball that was on the plate a little bit more. They didn't wait around to get to any off speed, to allow him to really throw any off speed early in the count.
John, how do you assess Kelly tonight, particularly percentage of strikes?
Yeah, he battled. The one thing, Gordon, he didn't. When he missed off the plate. He missed to the extreme, which against this team is important. They were able to bunch some hits. You know, the left-handers used the wall a little bit in that, I guess it was the 5th inning where they chipped away at 3 runs. But, you know, he was down the zone. You know, he started to use his curveball probably the 2nd, 3rd time through a little bit more. But, you know, you walk off the field with a 4-run lead. You know, he gave us an opportunity to win this game tonight.
Fans are obviously pretty unhappy with the performance over the last 2 days here. What were some of the emotions just in the dugout and just in that clubhouse?
You know, in the dugout, it's, you know, there's a lot of life. You know, we get up to the big lead, we give it back, we're fighting back into it. We're swinging the bat away from tying it up with the middle of the order at the plate, and you know, the life is there. There's a lot. There's energy. There's a lot of pulling for one another, which is, I think, late in the game, it's important to try to create that energy from within, and we're doing that.
And what would you say to Red Sox fans now here in the middle of June that are seemingly maybe giving up on the team already?
Well, I wouldn't write this team off. This is still a team that has got a long track record of individual performance, and we have to put some things together as a team in all phases. And this isn't to single anyone out. You know, you could say it was a strong offensive night tonight. It takes the other 2 components, the pitching and the defense, to work in combination.